Okay, we're going to be transitioning into my band in a second, but before we do that, we have a very special guest with us today. He's going to be doing a couple words of wisdom, words of knowledge. Would you please give it up for Mr. Justin Williams of Beach 6?
Well, I don't know about knowledge or wisdom there, Ro, but thank you. We worked on that part. Right, you haven't met me. So Ro asked me to say a couple of things, so I'm going to try and get through this. No promises without choking up a little, but I've known Rob for a long time, and I have a history with Rob that goes back to my childhood days, like many in this room. But first, I'd like to thank Rostafa. Yeah, big hand. You know, I've spoken with him a lot, and you know, it's pretty impressive what he's done to get this organized. And first-time events always tough. And here it is. So, thank you, bro. This is a great cause, and I'm happy to see you achieve this. Okay, so I've made it this far, right? So let's go back to circa 1983. For you Sparta people, I was, let's see, about 12. And that would make Rob somewhere around 15 or 16 years old at that time. Now, when people say Rob was a legend, he was. Whatever stage of life you may have known Rob, or in what role you may have had him play in your life, the common theme was legendary, and he was. When we both played football for Sparta High School, I was a little string bean, and he was larger than life. Picture the coolness of Matt McConaughey meets the brawn of Superman. And to me, to me he was, now, back in the day, we had a hierarchy much like exists today with youth, with freshmen at the bottom of that rank. And we had bullying and hazing and all kinds of things. We just didn't have the mechanisms and recognition alternatives we have today. We understand that base issues are the same. So, point is, we had everyday heroes, and Rob was mine. I'm getting to a point here, I swear.
You're doing great.
Okay, thank you.
Take your time.
All right.
Great. All right.
I should have printed this bigger. I'm older now. So I forget the details and the idiosyncrasies, but the point is, Rob intervened on my behalf, and he did this thing, and it didn't mean that he put me in the back of his pocket and carried me to school or to class, but it probably meant that if you wanted to beat the crap out of me for no good reason, you might have to deal with Rob. True story, and still to this day, don't really know why, but that's part of my own personal rock star view of Rob as a kid. Yeah. So, all right, I actually wrote that word in here. Fast forward to the modern times, say 20 or so years, right? And fate would have it that Rob and I wound up living on the same street. So, we had not kept in touch, and we were friendly but not best buddies as kids, so I was a little surprised when we bumped into each other, and he greeted me like his long-lost brother. So it was a surprise. And as a matter of fact, I was just happy he remembered my name. But he did, and from that point on, he was my brother from another mother. Yeah. And that brings me to the brother part. Some of you may think that I look like Rob, and I wish I had a nickel, or half his good looks, or charm, or talent. And you know, it goes as far as even someone coming up to me who had moved away and came back to the area, saw me at the tiki bar, and before I could really stop them, I'm like, you know, I'm not Rob Ambrosino. So, you know, it's a pleasure to have known him. It's a pleasure to see the impact that he's had in so many lives. And even posthumously, you know, I became friends with Ro here, and it's, you know, and all of you that are in this room, a lot of friendly faces. I'm glad we're here to celebrate his life, and thank you.
Thank you.